This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Jalen Hurts. Is he officially ruled out against the Cowboys? I will talk about it, and also we got to talk about Gardner Johnson cursing out the refs, and lastly, Darius Slay sends a positive message, leaving us on a positive note. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we hop straight into it, Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you guys enjoy the holiday with your family, friends, loved ones. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, man. Then, we got Christmas. I'm going to keep it going, of course. If there's some content out there will be content out on Christmas. Eagle out. Definitely do not stop. But it's Tuesday, so I love to give praise to a guy I believe that's not getting enough praise, even though we lost. I think this guy not getting enough praise, and that is Jalyx Hunt. I believe Jalyx Hunt had a good game. He got a lot of pressures on 21 pass snaps. He got about 4 or 5 pressures. So Jalyx Hunt is my guy. He looked good. I mean, he came along pretty quick because we needed him to with the injuries to Brandon Graham, to Bryce Huff, who will be coming back soon. But I believe Jalyx Hunt, he been playing really well to fill in that role. So again, shout out to him. Of course, other guys have really great games like Nolan Smith. Kobe Dean had a really good game too. A lot of our defensive guys had a really good game, and we just made boneheaded plays at the same time. So shout out to my guy Jalyx Hunt doing this thing, man. Definitely doing this thing. But let's hop into these topics. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Look like he's going to be ruled out against the Cowboys. Now, this is closer to almost a fact because one, our game was flexed to 1 o'clock. That's a huge sign. Two is this quote by Shady McCoy. Let me play this clip.
Jalen Hurts scrambling. So when the backup comes in there, you don't just change the whole offensive game plan for the running the ball. You can't do it at all. So now if you watch Saquon second half get shut down, because they were just sweeping that backside. They didn't account for Kenny Pickett to scramble on the RPOs. But now we play them again, we scratch the RPO. We ain't even running there no more. We're going to run other run plays, and we're going to have other plays for Kenny Pickett. All I'm saying is this. For Kenny Pickett to be a backup, I was excited.
He was.
I was happy with what I seen. So who we play next? The Cowboys?
Y'all got the Cowboys.
Anybody want to take that bet?
Jalen playing?
Or be humble. No, Jalen ain't playing now. Kenny Pickett's playing.
How you know?
How you know?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Breaking news.
Come on, man.
Nah, nobody wants that. I will say.
You see, Shady McCoy sounds certain that Jalen Hurts will be out against we play the Cowboys. Shady McCoy sounds certain that Jalen Hurts will be out against the Cowboys, just to derail a little bit. So I want the 1 o'clock game, the game that was flexed to 1 o'clock, the Cowboys. We're going to have to deal with Greg Olsen and Joe Davis once again. I would just recommend muting your TV. But back to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is, concussed. He's concussed, and I won't be surprised, even if he cleared protocol, that the Eagles just take, a precaution and just keep him out, because even if we lose to the Cowboys, which I don't want to happen, I highly doubt that the Giants are going to beat us. So, yeah, man, if Jalen Hurts need an extra game, give him the extra game. I'm not sweating it. You give Kenny Pickett a week to prepare, but I'm hearing that he got some type of rib injury. We will watch and see that. They saying like it's a hairline fracture, which is not good. That leaves one quarterback on our roster because remember, we got rid of the other guy. He signed to the Cowboys, I believe, Will Greer. Will Greer ended up going to the Cowboys, so we only got one quarterback. We'll see how it go. I think if Jalen Hurts is clear, he will give it a go just to wrap this thing up, wrap up the NFC East. Basically, wrap up the NFC East. We wrap up the second seed. So it's going to be something to watch. This is another year where Jalen Hurts get injured towards the end of the year. I hate it. It sucks. This one feel like it wasn't his fault. The other times wasn't his fault either. It was just, freak accidents. It happens. But again, man, I'm still hearing the same thing. Like, Jalen Hurts was ready to go. He wanted to get in the game, but they got some extra call or whatever from upstairs, whoever upstairs is, the NFL. Like, hey, we seen something on camera, so yeah, take him out the game. So it sucks, man. But Shady McCoy is a strong source. Like, he's in the Eagles Hall of Fame. So if Shady McCoy is saying, yeah, Kenny Pickett, he gonna have the week to prepare. Hey man, it sound like we might roll with Pickett again, but we'll see. We'll definitely see and watch Jalen Hurts, because I think the Eagles are looking at this like, hey, Jalen Hurts can have this game off. Let him have the game off. So I don't want that. I definitely don't. I really want this thing wrapped up and just had a whole team rest against the Giants, because watching Kenny Pickett was some of the ugliest offense I've seen in a long time. Think about it, man. We had 5 turnovers, and scored 6 points off of 5 turnovers. Washington had 1 turnover that Kenny Pickett threw and had 7 points. Logically think about that. We had 1 turnover, they had 7 points. We had 5 turnovers and we had 6 points. Insane. And then we had a turnover within 3 minutes left of the game and still lost. It's insane to me. But it is what it is. Let's move on to the next topic. CJ Gardner Johnson. CJ Gardner Johnson. I did not see this Instagram live. Shout out to the guy that captured this. CJ Gardner Johnson has some things to get off his chest about the refs, and let me play this clip.
Me and Reed, fuck y'all talking about. Fuck y'all talking about.
Don't lose no fucking yards, man.
Fuck y'all talking about. Man, what? Man, fuck them refs, man. Them refs wanted me out there. I ain't do shit anyway, man.
Remember that?
I ain't do shit. No, I ain't. Y'all know I ain't do shit. Look, Lando. Y'all know what's popping with me.
Fuck them refs, right? I'm with CJ Gardner Johnson on this one. But he eventually cooled down. He gave an apology on Twitter, and this is what he had to say. I was passionate after our QB took an illegal hit. So my emotions was everywhere. Didn't want to do anything to hurt the team, but a little trash talk. Come on now. I'm sorry, with the black heart. So sound like CJ Gardner Johnson, like, you know what? Maybe I did go a little too far, which I don't think he did. I think it was just one of those things where the refs was just on edge. They were like, the guy that got hit get a flag, and the other guy that hit didn't get a flag. So we knew what type of game it was, and CJ Gardner Johnson kept saying he should have seen that. Like, okay, the refs on some BS. They not calling things in our favor. Let me cool down. This wasn't a game where it's time to get spicy. It is what it is, man. And I think the refs was a little soft. I don't like Sean Smith. He sucks. He's a terrible ref. Don't like that guy. Anytime he calls games, he's against us. Like, we gotta have to deal with these commentators once again. Greg Olsen, who I used to like, but he sucks. Like, it's just some guys out there that don't like the Eagles, and you just gotta watch that. Definitely gotta watch that. And also, I mentioned in my last video about losing CJ Gardner Johnson and the impact of it. So I didn't have the numbers on hand, but I got the numbers, man. I'm watching this game, like, well, yo, when CJ Gardner Johnson went out, the game just flipped. Like, Jaden Daniels was making throws and everything, but let's go over the numbers once CJ Gardner Johnson went out. All right, so the Commanders scored 14 points, gained 194 total yards, had 4 turnovers and 9 possessions before CJ Gardner Johnson was ejected. Commanders scored 21 points, gained 210 total yards, and had 1 turnover and 4 possessions after CJ Gardner Johnson was ejected. So 2 things is going on. Like, CJ Gardner Johnson is very important. Tristan McCullum had a strong camp. He had a strong preseason. But let's cut the malarkey, man. You got to give not CJ Gardner Johnson, of course, Sidney Brown a shot. Sidney Brown, I mean, he's too good to me to just be a special teamer. No offense to my special teamers out there, but you got to give him a shot. Like, he couldn't do any worse. And then And if he did, it's like, all right, okay, he's our young rook. He's trying to get it together. It's been a minute. But Tristan McCullum was terrible. He was terrible, man. And it cost us the game. The CJ McCollum thing is starting to feel like the Avante Maddox thing. Like, you know you got a guy better than him. Let him get a chance. Let him get a shot. So I don't like the fact that when Reed Blankenship go down or CJ Gardner Johnson go down, whatever, they put in Tristan McCullum. I'm just saying, give my guy Sidney Brown a shot. Just give him a shot. At some point, I even came around to that when it came to Cooper DeJean. I'm like, okay, Avante Maddox is just terrible. Cooper DeJean can't be any worse, and you see what Cooper DeJean is doing now. So that's how I feel about the Tristan McCullum thing. I get it. Tristan McCullum, again, had a great camp, had a great preseason, but Sidney Brown is a different level. Take the training wheels off and let Sidney Brown play. Just let him play and see what he got. And let's get into this last topic. Darius Slay, you know, he has a positive message to the fans that feel down. I can't imagine fans are feeling down right now. Everybody believes the team will bounce back, but for the guys that don't or whatever, this is what Darius Slay had to say.
Already, I just need a Super Bowl. And boy, look here, that will be nice. And I'm telling you right now, if we ever do, I ain't gonna be talking about it right now, but whenever that time comes and we get that thing, I will tell you what I was thinking though, because I don't like to jinx myself. But yeah, man, so that's all we did. We kept it real with each other. And everybody, we know BG said his things, Smitty said his, AJ, I said mine, and more like, we just know it's about business. You know what I'm saying? We know we got a lot of football left, man. Got 2 games left in the regular season and playoff runs, so let's get it, man. And, we hope Eagles fans, don't y'all be down. Don't y'all worry. We go get it in. We gonna make sure we put our best foot forward. Today was not our best foot forward because we lost. You know what I'm saying? But we do give credit to that team. That team is a damn great team, man. And yes, we coming back with vengeance for sure. You know what I'm saying? We are coming back with vengeance. And I think the Cowboys are playing right now.
I love it, man. Darius Slay, he's been playing at a high level. I know some of you guys just don't like him. It could be political views. Sometimes he do too much on this podcast. I get it. But Darius Slay is having an awesome year. And look, he won a ring. This probably his last year or maybe the following year. We'll see. But the way he been getting hurt, if I was him, I'd retire. But money talks, BS definitely walks. And if he could give it one more go, he'd give it one more go. But again, shout out to Darius Slay, sending positive vibes. And not just that, playing at a high level. I think the last game, the Commanders game, is the most physical I've seen Darius Slay in the Eagles uniform. Like, since he got here, he was very physical against the Commanders. But shout out to Darius Slay, man. And this is all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about everything? The Jalen Hurts thing, CJ Gardner Johnson, Darius Slay, Jalyx Hunt, talked about him. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.